Hi, welcome to COMM 231. This is our next assignment to work on your profile picture. So at the end of this assignment, you will do those 4 pictures upload to V-Drive or to Blackboard. So the original one that you took a picture that is medium shot, you see, waist and up, not having too much of a headroom, and that I can see your face. And this is going to be named, your last name and original picture. Then a Photoshop file so that you can keep manipulate and work on it because you might have some changes to made. And then the actual 2 product that we're going to do today, which are the actual profile picture with a change of a background and a thumbnail version, which is much smaller for the website. So you go to the original picture that you took. It needs to be in a high resolution, at least 1280 on 1024. And you can decide like the size and how to do it, but let's open Photoshop and start working on it. What's important is that the background should be plain the same color. If there is any different color, it won't work, and also it needs to be completely different color than what you're wearing or the color of your skin, because then it won't be able to cut out the color. So the way we're gonna work on it is as follow. We are gonna go and create a new layer. So we're going to layer, new layer. You can call it background, just to make it easier. And then we unlock the previous layer and put it up. As you remember, the upper one is the dominant one, and the background is just to see what we're erasing. So we're going to erase now all the parts like that surrounds me so that we can put another picture there. So how to do that? So as I show in the previous one, previous video, this one is my favorite one, the magic tool, and it just highlights. So you take parts and you see it recognizes all this part. So then I just need to press delete, and that's it. All this part is transparent. I'm doing the same thing in this side and press delete, and that's it. Actually, that's done. Now, if in some places it's more complicated, you can go and use the eraser or other tool to crop it, but in general, this would be the easiest one to work on. So we have the background, and now we're going to put the picture that we chose. So I put here a background picture. It can be the other one that you did or another one, because the background picture that you did is going to be the background of the website, so it might be better to have another one that would be there. So make sure you're on the background layer, not on the upper one, and then you just drag it in, and then you see you'll have this kind of small square that you need to enlarge and change the proportions according to the size of the picture. So since the layer is beneath, you see it exactly puts, I double click, and here we go. So that's actually the assignment, but what we're going to do now, we're going to make sure that we have everything in the same size that we want it to be. So the first thing, I'm going to File and doing Save As. So I'm saving it as Photoshop. So make sure you're on Photoshop, make sure your name and then original picture, and then you'll name it Photoshop. And then you're saving with the layers and with everything so that you can later on manipulate it. So I'm saving it, it's replacing it because I had it already. And now I'm gonna resize it to the 2 size that I want. So the big picture size, I'm going to image size, and here. So here I need to be at 300 in the resolution. Here I need to see that it's costume and that the width is 874, and then the height is 1240. And make sure that here it's not locked. so that it can actually make the change. So 874 on 1240 and 300 resolution. I'm doing OK, resize it, and then I'm saving it as a JPEG, not as Photoshop, as JPEG, with my last name, profile picture. That's it. And then I just do save. 12 maximum quality because I want the highest quality possible. And now the last thing to save as is as thumbnail. So the size is going to be much smaller because we want some thumbnail for people to click on later on the website and on the resume. So it's 282 on 212, resolution 300. I'm doing OK, so it's a very small picture. File, save as, and this time I'm saving it as thumbnail, as not as Photoshop, as JPEG. And I do save. 12 quality. So this is the end of this, and then I just need to upload all of it to the V drive. I don't need the background picture, just the 4 version, the original, Photoshop, and then the 2 JPEG versions. So I'm going to go connect to server, web files at ccsu.edu, and then here I'm going to coursework, I'm going to the class, and then in my folder as a student, each student will have, I'm just taking the pictures and dragging them in. I hope it was helpful, and if you have any question, please contact me.